In the summer of 2021, the fifth installment in the Indiana Jones series began filming, and fans went nuts seeing set photos sneak out of their favorite archaeologist in his famous fedora and leather jacket. Not long after, Hasbro announced they would once again develop a toy line to support the movie, containing new and classic characters, role-play, and playsets. The newly announced 6-inch figures in the Adventure series would be joining the retro 3 3/4-inch line of familiar, if not dated, figures we grew up with in the 80s. 25 brand new 6-inch single, double, and deluxe figures were planned, including the daring hero, Indiana Jones, and other heroes and villains we have grown to love. One of those figures was a little gem that had collectors spinning. The Map Room Indiana Jones figure appeared to be a foreign exclusive, showing up on eBay for an average price of around $60 US. That's if you could find them. They were selling out fast, even across the pond. To make matters worse, there were no US pre-orders for this particular figure, and collectors panicked at the thought of missing him. It appeared the search for this figure would be as hard as finding the Ark of the Covenant itself, but all was not lost. My cousin, aka the facilitator, conspired with an overseas friend to bring this MacGuffin home. His friend Brandy lived in the UK, and after a search of stores in and around London, she was successful in locating the elusive Grail piece, no pun intended, at a local store, East End's Forbidden Planet, a store boasting a wide selection of collectibles every fanboy and girl could love. This time, no Great Seal could contain our Indy, and soon he was jetting his way to the US faster than most domestic purchases. The Grail had been acquired through the kindness of Mike Canald and my new friend in the UK, Brandy Banu, and of course London's Forbidden Planet. Upon seeing the box, this was no Amazon or Target boxing. It was super well packed. There was a good 2 or 3 inches around all sides of the figure. Even if it suffered a normal ding or dent, it wouldn't touch the figure's box within. As you can see here, there is ample protection around the box. I'm truly impressed. No real damage to the box at all. Kudos to Royal Mail and DHL for bringing Indy home safely. The amount of packing here is far above most shippers. Once you open the box, you're greeted with this cushion of packing material. I mean, a lot of shippers could take a little nod from this. And there was a note, written totally reversed, a riddle befitting any adventurer. I'll admit, I used a mirror to decipher its code. Thank you for the chuckle, Brandy. And there's not one, but 2 cushions of packing paper. This thing wasn't going anywhere. That explains why he came so perfect. Backwards note, so of course I had to unbox him upside down. Still, he's in great shape so far. And here he is in all his fortune and glory. Same art design as all the other Adventure series figures. Great glossy elements to the front of the windowless box. Gorgeous spine art as usual. The back shows the figure as well as his accessories. And the final side shows other Wave 1 figures, despite the fact that this figure is an exclusive. Overall, this is as close to mint as I've ever seen. Figures on the store pegs don't usually look this good. I know, cool transition, huh? Even though I never concern myself with the resale value of a figure like this, I usually open the figures at the bottom. This preserves the neatness of the box. If I choose to display the box art, it just looks nicer. And this is a really nice box. The inner box is typical for this line. It's sectioned off to hold the figure as well as the accessories. The paper egg roll bags inside have the adventure map printed on them as usual. Not so fast. Gotta make this moment last. We'll come back to Indy. So the accessories are in this bag. The end is not sealed. Some are and some aren't. It's what's inside that counts, though. So one of the accessories is his little notebook from Raiders of the Lost Ark in the map room scene. It comes with a shovel, which is the same one that Sala comes with, as well as the rope. I would have probably gone with a transit or a tripod or the pick that he came with in the original playset back in the 80s, but I'm okay with these. And don't panic like I did. The Staff of Ra is secured in the insert box. You have to slice the tape to get it out without breaking the staff. The details are correct, but if I'm nitpicking, the crystal should be an amber color. But overall, this is a perfect accessory for the map room Indy. The figure itself is really good too. He features neck articulation through 2 swivels. And he has a great range of motion as well, considering the head wrap. The arms have standard wing articulation at the scapula, swivel and bend at the elbows, and a slight articulation at the wrists. The waist does swivel, but he lacks a lot of his ab crunch because of the robe. He has the usual hip, thigh, knee, and ankle articulation seen throughout this line. The ankles are nice and tight and allow for full, natural range of motion, up, down, swivel, and tilt at the ankle. He does feature the grip hand for the staff, as you might expect. And of course, just like in the movie, he has his trusty bag. So here he is, ready to find the location of the Ark of the Covenant. Overall, this is well worth the wait. Definitely hits on all the tick marks. So let's take a look at some of the posed shots in the gallery section here. And remember, if you like what you see, follow us and hit that little bell, because then you'll be notified whenever we go live or when we have new content up. Thanks for watching this. I do appreciate it, and as always, keep watching Monster Manor.